boku many things we want talk, and as they talk am, now when soup they hot, now they sweet. So we go to yarn from different angles as it concerns football, especially with the Super Eagles then, when they get ready to play the Qatar 2022 qualifiers. We will also take a quick look at football when it concerns Europe. We will talk basketball, but the transfer market don't go zigzag because the money we will hear it reach some country to take do budget. That's why I want to start the program. My name never changed. Now still Princewill Oviesan, and they call me the Duke. Even if some people don't turn on to Duduke, I don't know why it become Duduke. I know they're alone for studio this afternoon. The full house. You don't tell we will see this bros, but today he appear, and when he appear, make you know say serious matter, they grand. Akeem, Busari, they with us. Akeem, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Princewill. Happy to be here once again. Yes,
happy to be here once again. If you know when the last time when bros enter studio, and I say improvement, everything don't change, all department don't change. Well, you go tell us very soon. Also joining me this afternoon, now the regular win on the see my co-anchor Francisca Nwobodo. Frankie, how you doing?
I just fine. Good afternoon. That name don't change from Frankie to Siska.
Oh, so to Siska. Okay. Now Benin Republic and
don't change. You know, say life is all about rebranding.
Okay.
So me, I don't rebrand.
So that's Siska now.
Siska.
Even from your glasses, God save now Siska glasses I see.
Wow, that's
okay.
Don't worry.
I will take notes.
Siska. Yeah.
Car.
Now the new name now.
You look like money with person they borrow.
Anything like me you call them.
All right.
But now the new name now.
Siska.
Frankie don't change.
Bros, you don't hear. No more Francisca. Now Siska.
She don't want us, so she did tell us.
Direct. Okay, as the matter they go, more quick being the look waiting to happen for the country. Me, I know say Nigeria is a very great country, and anything what we do because of tomorrow. Suddenly, Oyibo people say our players them no go come back and play football because of COVID-19. Then get some country where they don't list, they call them red list, and Cape Verde are one of them. But as the matter they go, how many players will come from Europe, especially from UK? Now I'm waiting consign us for Super Eagles. Suddenly, Genetro too don't release a list of 30 men. Out of that 30, like I say 12, no go even knock football. But as the matter they go, we will see how it will be because we get game for September 4. Akeem. Genetro, me, I'm not being fan. I know they hide down. I'm not being fan because the way we don't manage our Super Eagles, we don't get local coaches the way they do better person. At least if no one do better, less indication do better. The list when they release, they come from different angles. Suddenly, we don't get 30 men list, which I will call later. Your opinion, because I don't want us to begin to do calculation for the World Cup, for the matches we will play. Yes, because we do
mathematician. No time for that. See, this man has never been a friend of Nigerian football. Now, mistake saying they here.
Okay.
Mistake say those who in charge of our football put their mind, their heart there, their back. They know they feel the pain what they feel. General is a failure. I will talk how many days. I don't interview him severally. I don't follow and talk. I've never been this pessimistic about Nigerian football. We know they move forward. Now, we play league here, it's our league no good. We don't get players when they play. More Goku Storm no play league again. For the man they go the way West Ham go. So West Ham was our oldest, the longest serving coach. This man don't go like 5 years. How many years now? We don't need it. But before we know him now, I don't enter 6-7 years. Nothing to show for it.
Bronze.
The bronze now, wait.
You say nothing. I did remind you now.
That bronze now, Mr. I carry goods go get bronze now.
Okay.
Not be to play ball. Anything they do.
Okay.
Which tactical improvement you don't see for this our team?
Me no say if you ask me to make a rate our Super Eagles, if I give them 20%, now because I've been Nigerian.
Of course now, you know they're wrong now.
Okay.
No,
Francisca, not this build matter. You see this build matter. How long you want to build house? No, me they yarn my own. Okay, Siska. You can't say you build. Siska, make I ask you. The names when in call out, you they laugh. Now serious matter, this matter. The names when in call out, You know, say on Monday we they talk here when they say he no go invite anybody. Some of those people say no go invite, they're not there. We go reach there. From your own take, those are our players within the UK. You think say if they don't come, we get better replacement?
Well, then plenty, honestly, plenty replacement day, but you know, I don't talk the matter finish, but at the same time, I think Mona just caught Genetro some slack for this place.
Which kind of slack?
Slack.
Which kind of slack? If you wear Petros where they tight you, not be adjustment you can adjust. Him no be adjust.
No be say I want support am, but then again, nothing with this man fit do. Now wetin he get, now he won't play. Now wetin he bring out so. Only the place where me I get issue with Kenetron, I say, why you call Samuel Kalu Abina Sami Kalu? That the one where collapsed this recently. Instead of you to tell him, say, guy, go treat yourself. I know say you dey part of my team, but with waiting done it happen since. I beg, just for this one, no even show face. Then the other one, I love the fact where we say, you know, say again when NFF come out, I say no put Leon Balogun, but he stand in ground.
You know the reason why Leon Balogun they call all the players say na him be that spokesman.
Yes.
All of them sign one later. So where you want to Leon Balogun put?
So another place where I get issue though now, no MPFL player. No MPFL player. So what's be the problem? The
two MPFL players when you ran last time they played.
But they don't sign them now. One don't go experience the Tunisia.
Let me tell you, see, I come in here. Football for Nigeria and business. Yes. They do have business for the clubs to grow or for football to grow. But for the administrators to enrich their pockets.
That's so.
Don't go experience now. How many ones still play for Super Eagles? Now marketing that they do. Now marketing that they do.
So you be Super Eagles player, we are signing.
So once they don't invite you for national team, you raise your profile. Your marketing this thing will go up. So don't be said because say they like Nigerian football or they like local players. This man, at the talker, I might be seen to be controversial when it comes to NFF and Nigerian football. I'm so passionate about it because I play this game and I know where the shoe.
They push you. Where they push you.
This picnic, I mean a picnic, I mean Rohr, waiting they're too big. They take our football, they do business. I'm telling you, if you are not in the good books of these so-called people, you don't get invitation to national team. Okay,
Moko quickly look at the list when they don't throw it down. For goalkeeper area, they say Francis Rohr, Daniel Akpeyi, my #1 goalkeeper.
Hey,
anyhow, I don't say you. I don't say Akpeyi right the color.
You did this table, so.
Daniel Akpeyi, na my #1 choice cause na Africa again. Okore Maduka. Now the three goalkeepers will not come with that. Therefore, I get problem with this list too. Now there they go. Okay. For defenders, they call Chidozie Awozim, Kenneth Omeru, Leon Balogun, William Ekong, Olaoluwa Aino, Jamiu Collins. They also call Abdullahi Shehu. They call Zinod Sanusi. They call Kevin Akpoguma. Then now for defense with that too. For midfield, Ogonekaro Tabo Dediye, Wilfred Ndidi Dediye, Frank Onyeka Dediye, Joseph Ayodele Aribo Dediye. For forward, Ahmed Musa, Alex Wobi, Samuel Kalu, okay now, Victor Osimhen, Kelechi Iheanacho, Moses Simon, Paul Onochu, na there end. Then they still get some other ones then. Henry Onyekuru.
Why you allow me to dissect this thing?
You see, my concern is say plenty defenders they pass attack and midfielders.
I don't tell you, you must satisfy your paymasters.
So now make a pack defenders full the team.
Now the midfielders, because check the Alibaba midfielders when they defensive midfielders.
All of them. If you look, Ogoneka Rotebo, Wilfred Ndidi, Frank Onyeka, Joseph Ayodele, and Joseph Ayodele.
No, let not be attacking midfielder.
Yes.
The other Frank, they play like Ndidi. That's Frank Onyeka is like Ndidi. The way they play. What they call this Tebo na player we say na versatile player, okay. But we know the man don't know what they do because we know they maximize the potentials of some players, particularly like a Tebo. So you don't know what they do. Now the same old.
Same of the same
when they do. So when you continue, we are not saying.
Francisca, make I ask you. Talk your mind. This team, he say he get 7 reserve. Those 7 reserve, I don't know what in they call them for.
The reserve,
he list them now. Look at give you the reserve.
Terry Murphy follow.
Who be Terry Murphy?
Terry Murphy, they play for France, Lorient for France. Henry Onyekuru.
Okay, Terry Murphy,
yeah. That guy, Terry, good player. I wonder why, if not me, I for say make he even come out Samuel Kalu, put that Terry Murphy for forward because I don't watch him play 1 or 2 games. Fantastic guy. So I still they question this Samuel Kalu, honestly. Then you get the likes of Chidera Ejuke, yes.
When they
CSK Moscow, Innocent Bonke, that one they play for Malmo, Sweden.
Malmo FC Sweden.
Valentine Ozonwa for Sev.
Yes, in the Belgium.
Yes, in the Belgium.
That's in the Belgium.
I wonder what's happened. Tyrone Eboyi, why you no follow for the major list? Why this one? Then
the what did Kingsley Michael did here?
Kingsley Michael. See me, I tell you, I go talk am anywhere, any day, because I know the game. The politics when they decide them. This man, now list where they give a main call in the call.
9 the call.
So I win the call. You know your position.
Okay.
Level. You're like those what they call Koshito.
Koshito.
Koshila, you go whistle. Or you run around the field. You choose your side. You choose your side. I'm gonna play. He has nothing to offer.
I just sad because the way our football don't go, so they prepare so much for Cape Verde and Liberia, and funny enough, other teams for Africa they use their local players. See Tunisia, see Morocco, homegrown players. Before I leave this area, make an ask now. We get match on the 4th. We get match on the 9th of September. Now, Cape Verde, they ready for us. Akeem, Sierra Leone can't teach us more lesson. I foresee such canteen again.
May I tell you, Cape Verde, if you more common, I say would be so-called big name for African football. There's some countries will be saying when you watch the way they play their ball, there's a get foreign players outside though.
Yes.
Plenty. And they harmonize their football. They get program we say they follow. You understand? Just like when you say Nigeria play South Tome and Princewill, what they call them. What we say go watch in Astoria, down Dante. We now they even they talk about Tunisia. Say they use a local player. We get league when they vibrant. Our league, if we get say we just conclude league now. There's so many things wrong with Nigerian football. So many things wrong. So whether we prepare for Cape Verde or what, the team will say make we win. If not. One condo, more. I don't want to do mathematics.
Francisca, you see this one condo when Akeem the top now. Now, which you don't put us for this condition with this. More just go score one, go come the defend.
That make the game, more win. See that one. You know, pack against Sierra Leone. Those who play African football.
Why even ask Princewill? What do you want me this guy do? Let me say I dey support game.
What
do you want me?
Our football when they go for they come by be like mold when the 4 ties don't come out.
Which person fought? Who employer? Who they dictate for us?
You know the question when I go ask you.
Talk when we also know they. That's why I tell you.
Wait, see, now like this. I give you job. I give you job to do. I give you job to do. If you know sabi do the job, take back door, go outside. Do not throw. No she say sabi the job.
The team say the man no get option.
He no get option.
You don't see Nigeria say na where go see.
Now where he go fit see.
If you say confirm Oyinbo man, genuine Oyinbo man no be localize Oyinbo 9B.
Make him do wetin Elizabeth do na be na last bag na wetin
he do. Now
come on straight.
When they tell am say go do this insane for what?
Even Betty vote too waka.
They go come out now. This one no be better Oyinbo na fake Oyinbo.
But the thing they shock me say person like Genetro, German coach. I know German coach. Then they did spectacular. See what Team Thomas Tuchel did.
I beg leave that.
See Jurgen Klopp they do.
They call German
you understand? Coach. But this guy coming from Germany, I feel say he's supposed to get more.
We go check him blood. We go check him blood.
And then now they go.
We go check him blood.
German coach. You know they say Franco-German. Franco. I don't say that local will be.
We go check him blood. Okay, now say the matter go be. We know say a lot of people know they happy with wetin Genetro they do, but as the matter be so, we get two very ogbonge game where they come up, and we need to win those games to dey sure say we move forward. Because minister don't tell them say no calculator. We must win those games. All right, talking about games, we go straight to Tokyo. The Paralympics day on. We don't get our first gold. Latifat Tijani. It reminds me of my battle friends there when I stay with that time for Fijabi Street for Ajebule. I don't know whether they're causing, but Latifat don't make us proud. And we don't get
the trust on.
Okay, what about this studio? No vex. But Akeem, our mood for this Paralympic, be like the last one because for table tennis now we don't come out. For powerlifting, we also don't lose one. Now Tijani just they give us hope now. So you just not be waiting happen to the guys there when they first go. Now it won't happen so.
Well, if you see, we they neglect those who are supposed to face. Paralympians and people so now special people they need special care. They need things where we say we go do to them, we go make them feel say they are not less privileged. But now only when commission don't near, now they go call them. That's why somebody go to train 2 weeks to event. Like this Latifat Tijani, she thought say she'd leave her hairdressing job to come do this, say she dey thank her coach before she fit win gold. You understand? Na personal effort. No be say we plan ahead. Shebi now we don finish our Olympics now for next 4 years. Next 4 years na tomorrow.
No,
before we know.
We go start preparation March 2023.
So that's our problem.
March 2024.
Okay, March 2024.
So that year we
Okay.
My brother, me and you right now, the issues like this, me at I need to blame the minister. I need to blame the sports federation bosses. Now the civil servants go na them. All Nigerian sports, na them. Go say, okay, when you write budget for them, now they go pass them. This red tapeism.
Red tapeism.
Is a cause wahala. They go they tell you say, okay, this budget will do so amount to. Now they go so place where this training will now go no need. We know what you go do. But the federation bosses, except the one wey get money, wey get sense, now go use personal money.
Like Daniel Igali,
Kida, Nimrod, some of them like that when they use their personal money. If not, forget it.
Okay, Francisca, now we don't start. We don't get one gold. The light don't the torchlight. You sure say plenty go soon come?
I dey wait they see, but my happiness be saying I still woman I win.
Oh, Francisca. Okay.
Tiabo. Of Nigeria. The last one what we do. Sekome and Blessing Oborodudu. Now
the under 22.
The same thing. So this one.
I want to remind you.
Women respect I beg. When we say give us president, things go dey okay.
We
dey show na the way. We dey show na the way. Good one for yourself, Latifat abeg. I remember before she emerged as winner, she did the first one, the disqualifier. Yes. She did the second one, I think 105 to kg. The third one, 107. The fourth one, 117. So what she they try to do now at least to get to maybe 118 or thereabouts, so that she feels surpass the record. You understand? So and for her to win the medal, gold especially, I think it make 71 or thereabout where the Paralympians don't win.
Yes, in total for their medals.
So, good one for her. Not just support, just like my gunner thought. Support these people and see.
Well, waiting they suit my beloved is saying at $5,000 and no $10,000. I mean how much?
Na 15.
Na 15 for gold.
Okay.
15 for gold.
10 for
silver. Then 7.5 for bronze.
Well, as in the talk, now they calculate in naira. So Latifat, congratulations.
Extra one fit join.
Extra go join now.
Extra go join.
Yeah, saloon job now. Boogie.
You go expand them.
Congratulations.
You go become beauty line Latifa Salon.
I'm telling you.
Olympic medalist salon.
Thank you. Okay, that's how it be. Well, I seen the sports matters here for Super Screen, and at the Friday edition, where would they relax, where would they yarn for the language when you and I understand. More talk some basketball. Now, big shame say we go to Olympic, we not do well. Some people say, you know, matter, we should say we be part of the basketball family. But Bege Day, and that Bege, some people think say they're wise. And not be better thing because the man really want to take basketball to the next level, they don't want to give him that particular free hand. I talk about Musa Kida. Akeem, as basketball day so, now very good sport where fit put, if I not say if he put, you don't put Nigeria for better ground. What thing they happen for basketball for Nigeria?
May I take out from the Olympics?
Bam.
You see, before we go to Olympics, our NOC no try at all for us. Because when FIBA they do regulations, say if you want to play, so number of coaches or officials then with the bench. Other countries they get like 7, 8, 10, 12 for bench. And you know what they get like that? Most players when they day for the court when they play, they get specialists when they tell them so, but nobody so you supposed to, nobody so we teach you. So each player they get in own special area when they teach them.
Okay.
So between now, FIBA tell us say through our own NOC we say no care. Because now they make us not do well, I'm telling you. Now, only 2 officials we feel get for bench. They say we don't get more than 3. So 2, Mark Brown and Alessun Mora, only 2 of them. Then 1 person on the back. That one no fit contribute anything. So most of the players go look to the bench for support or correction. Nothing happen. You understand? So that one of the problems we get. Then secondly, you talk say we don't do well for the Olympics. My brother, me I dey among those wey dey so optimistic who I believe say we for get to the podium.
For win bronze?
Yes.
Because at that bronze, all of them always look bronze.
No, I'm the golden guy.
Okay, the golden guy, you yellow now.
But actually, I was not too disappointed. Now I forget NOC rubbish. You see, Nigeria, you don't get and we say the whole world they see us like medal awful now. No, before we say we just go participate. the thing don't change.
But Olympic now just participate now. I tell Francisca that no Siska. I tell Siska that time.
Siska said no. That time when they go participate, that one don't pass. There's more to it than means that it is more political. It concern the image of the country. You go just say just for na lie. If to say that don't participate, then say for just they do like 2 days to the when they come now. But they participate like 10 years they prepare.
Moku Brina come to Obodo, Nigeria. Waiting really they happen because Bege the ground.
Yes, the so-called Bege win the ground no be now waiting the usual for sports federation, the politics. Everybody want enter board. Everybody want making them relevant. Even if you be ex footballer before when we say English, you don't feel right. You won't be NFL president. Even if you be waiting they call am a former basketball player, when we say you did practically nothing to contribute to the development of the game, you won't become president. But you can't blame anybody. You have the right to aspire. You have the right to dream.
Yes.
But this pulling down syndrome now the key Nigerian sports. When a kid I want coming, now TJ Umar and Oyedeji and Code they there. When the wala dey happen after kid had done emerge for office as president, those wey dey comot shebi dey suppose hand over office document and everything.
Take or make continue.
They no do am because they no dey happy. So this man was running the board of the NFF, I mean of the NBFF.
From your money.
From your money and everything. Imagine when I dey comot, now don sign contract with Kwesi to sponsor Nigeria Premier League, the men's league. All the time when Nigeria, where Kida dey there, we know all league. People that they hold them against Kida, but it's not be Kida's fault. Una collect money, una no transfer money, give the new board. Now, una still carry the board go court, say one thing. Until for 3 years, the case they court until they recently win.
Win. Okay, I go ask you, but make I ask Francisca. Francisca, basketball supposed to deal as boxing day, as football day. Wetin you think?
Okay, no call boxing. Wetin where boxing day?
No, before boxing good now.
Amateur, I be professional.
Amateur.
Carry on.
Just I my hand.
Carry on.
How you think so to make basketball come back to the level it did before? That glory.
See, Princewill, all the time, I don't
tire you.
I don't tire.
I don't see her.
I don't tire for.
I don't tire. I did ready.
This one faction. Now the same thing they happen for AFN self. They say today.
No, AFN, we don't settle that one. We don't settle that one. We don't settle AFN.
And the truth be said, the people where they play the game gone, the actors of the game.
They do one corner.
Now them this thing they affect. Now them they suffer and they say when two big giant elephant they fight. Now ground, now in the suffer.
But wait,
now these actors.
If people could fight inside water, who will suffer?
I don't know. Small fish.
Small fish. Okay.
Well, so you can imagine make for like 2-3 seasons and your basketball league, none of them. They go on. Then tell me how they won't go compete for international competition when your own league, where you supposed to put together, nothing they happen.
Now, may I come in there?
Before you come in, make I just throw everything together.
Okay.
Musa Kida, what will be in program? Musa Kida, how far you won't take Nigerian basketball?
I'm not used.
So you combine.
I'm not a spokesman. I'm the person we say are they in love with what they do.
With what they do for basketball.
So what I'll tell you say now that court don't give judgment, say the league, the MBBF can start.
But some people say they carry sport matter. Okay, now football matter they carry go court.
All sports. They know they carry go court.
When people don't personalize that,
yes,
now Nigeria anything goes now. But thank God say the court don't squash that.
As you don't tell our viewers now, so they know.
So court don't squash that issue now. Before this court judgment even come in favor of Kida and the board, we get Division 1 and Division 2 league where we say Kida ensure so we get sponsorship through Total PLC. Now, in talk say recently during one of the interviews with Grant, he say they don't speak with potential sponsors. And they don't give us they say between September 4th or 7th, our men's Premier League will start. Now we say better don't on ground. Now, Francisca, Siska, I beg I no one go court.
No, Siska.
Talk say our basketballers they suffer. They go suffer now because now the game where they play with that. And when you allow them exercise they apply their trade, where they don't see money shop, but all these things go pass. Because there are plans on ground to ensure that the league becomes vibrant and better. In the days past, basketball no be like football, no get this popularity now. That because even players in diaspora, all of them, you imagine some Americans won't even begin play for us.
For Nigeria.
That means they see the potentials and the growth in our game.
That's so.
And the local players now, with the play Afrobasket, most of the players who in the now those who say no go to Olympics. Because those who play for Olympics, most of the NBA players, they cannot, the club not go release them. They will do summer camping and there. So the timing they wrong.
So as the matter day now, light day ahead of the tunnel.
In fact, light don't come. So we they see the tunnel, nobody say hey, day ahead. We they
Up
the light don't do now.
But now if they do the right thing, because if they don't do the right thing,
no.
we go still there where we
now
dey.
talking about the right thing, elections on in September we dey so. So our prayer be say make we vote in the right people. No, because they one side they pull person down and they don't get anything to do.
And as a matter day now, so somebody day will if you take Nigerian basketball to the next level.
Absolutely.
As at now, we are don't see. I don't know. Make other candidates bring their own which in the
Program.
do.
Their own manifesto.
Me I see where my day and I day inside the game. Now Kida, now be the open line fi moving forward for now.
Say Kida.
Say Musa.
I don't know. I don't follow for this one. Say Kida. Now you talk and say Musa.
Okay. As the matter they go,
yes.
we know say basketball are very important sports when we need plenty of our school children. Like for Ajebule, you need to come see small pikin as they dunk basketball, and another 3, 4, 5 years, those children then they will become very good superstar. I feel tell anybody. And with the program, we would expect from anybody when you get into the basketball aim of affair now to develop basketball so that the world too will say just the way when Angola be, just the way when Australia be, Mozambique be, Nigeria did here, and we get all the potential. Okay, Moku drift away because we won't go quick break. But before I go, I'll allow Siska. Yeah, Siska go.
Before I allow me go, you like the name, I be not like the name.
It sound like money, so everybody like money.
No, no say Omote.
Popo.
Yeah,
no. You see, the Omote Popo. According to what my CEO asked me, you know the meaning. Make I tell her now, fresh babe, and Siska can't look fresh. Money sweet. So combination. Come blend. You don't like when you cook okra soup. Come put prawn. Come put fresh fish. Come put snail.
That's me. Yeah.
See.
That's me.
Okay, before I allow you go, Francisca, the UEFA draws for the Champions League will be one of the biggest competition on planet Earth come out yesterday. Plenty people don't talk say Chelsea, they cover for group where they don't get anything. It's not Juventus. What will be your general assessment for the whole group? From Group A to the last group. For Group A, we get Man City, PSG, Leipzig, Club Brugge. Group B, Atletico, Liverpool, Porto, AC Milan. That group, they fear me.
Now Group B, now be the group of them.
Group C, Sporting, Dortmund, Ajax. Group D, Inter, Real Madrid, Shakhtar, Tiraspol. Group E, Bayern, Barcelona, Benfica, Dynamo Kiev. Group F, Valeria, Man U, Atlanta, Young Boys. Group G, Lille, Seville, Salzburg, Wolfsburg. Group H, Chelsea, Juventus, Zenit St. Petersburg, Malamo. Then the last thing in my mind, they say that group. Now one person is supposed to qualify for that group.
So who go come qualify for that group?
Chelsea.
Chelsea now. Anyways, I think the one, just like I mentioned, Group B now be the tough one for me. Atletico Madrid will be champion for La Liga. Liverpool too, themselves, they well. AC Milan and Porto themselves, no, they do bad. That one for me now ain't big group. Group of death. Then Group E, Bayern, Barcelona. I just hope
regular customers.
I just hope say this season back cannot go Europe.
We go come back to this matter, but you know the one they suit me. Now the one when PSG won't meet Juventus, and at the year say Ronaldo.
No PSG Man City now.
Same
PSG Man City. Sorry, Jare. It be like I don't chop okra. As it be so, Juventus na team when everybody wants to say Ronaldo stay, well, but you saying they go.
Talking about that Ronaldo this thing, report just come outside say Man City say they don't drop whatever negotiation and everything, so they know they're interested again.
But Allegri just talk this afternoon to say Ronaldo.
Confusion everywhere.
If I go read that out here,
this one they come out from fact.
Journalists. See, with the maybe that issue for another day with this one. Which happen to say this guy won't go, this guy won't go. Now the agents demo. Now they do all this work.
Akeem, we go this break. When we come back, Joel Nwankego go to join us. Now, Mattaz will continue when we come back on Monday. Francisca, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank
all
you.
Right. No, Siska, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.